so much.
Welcome to another week of Rock Players. Hope you had a great week. We are here this lovely Thursday afternoon, evening, night, whatever it is for you, with some more news. And this time it's a lot of CMA stuff. We're going to talk about that later on, maybe in like an hour or so. First, we got to do the usual, go over the news and have a chat with our lovely guests. Today I'm joined by SPG. Welcome. How are you feeling, man?
Pretty good, dude. Pretty good.
Nice. And Ray, welcome.
Yo, what's going on, man? It is good to be back here on Rock Players. Happy belated birthday, brother. Good to be here with you. Also, good to be also here with SPG. And yeah, let's do this show.
Yeah. So, guys, what's up? What have you been playing over this last week?
Say, I've been jumping into Cyberpunk, bro. With both feet. Even some dropping some elbows in there. As much like Ray, I'm addicted to Night City, and I feel very much like a ninja assassin Batman that I must protect the city. I got to stop all these criminals. And actually, what I'm doing is I'm working towards the Don't Fear the Reaper ending on PC. I got it for Stadia. I want to get it for PC. So that's what I'm working on.
Nice. I've been like almost like scared. I can't wait to dive back in, but every time I like boot it up, it's like, but am I ready now, or should I do like postpone it a few more?
You're gonna lose 100 hours. You're gonna lose at least
exactly.
100
and
hours.
I've been pushing that forward for like a month. I think it's a month since I picked it up, and I still haven't gotten down to it.
Well,
but yeah.
My tip for you is don't follow the main story. Do all the side stuff and get your street cred up. It's important.
Yeah. When I played on Stadia, I was like rushing the main story just to experience it. Now I'm like, I'm just gonna enjoy the world and just ignore.
It's beautiful.
Whatever else.
It's beautiful.
But Ray, what about you? What have you been up to?
Dead Island 2. I've been knocking zombies out in LA, and that's been pretty cool getting through that. Also, SPG with his talk of Cyberpunk, I've jumped in and started playing Cyberpunk 2 as well. And I've been my friend Crystal, she's in the chat. I've been playing a lot of The Evil Dead, the game, with Crystal and Callie and Rudig. So that's been awesome.
Nice. I've honestly been playing pretty much nothing but Vampire Survivors. It's been one of those weeks.
Oh my god, the game is so good. Oh, the game is good.
It's like, it's one of those games, like, I haven't had time to sit down and play anything properly, so it's been like just Vampire Survivors on my phone, and that's all I have time for that right now. So, but I love it. It's so good. And I did spend like 30 minutes playing a city builder that's super cute, but I think that was like a week ago. So I think I mentioned that on last week's show. But it's a like Fabledom, a really cool early access city builder where it's basically like a city builder, but in a fairy story, like fairy tale book, storybook.
Right.
It's cute, it's cozy. But yeah, I have spent like 30 minutes in it, and I do want to spend more, but it's been one of those weeks when I don't have time for anything.
My mobile, like Marvel Snap, I've been playing. I'm like so addicted to Marvel Snap. I think I got chapter 4 of the new plaything to get through. So
I have not played that game since you handled your business, Ray, and stomped me into the ground.
There's a
he's got a deck, man.
There's a card called Galactus. You guys know Galactus, whatever.
Yeah,
dude, this kid, man, he just completely just destroyed me, and I thought I had him, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but when you play Vampire Survivors, you play it on your phone or on Xbox, on PC, or?
You know what? I'm playing on Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, and loving it. And you know what? Thank you for reminding me, because it is on the phone as well. I think I would be playing it like constantly.
Yeah, that's
on
because
the
that's what
phone.
like I did the same. I streamed it on xCloud on my phone using the touch controls for like the better part of last fall. And then when it came out on mobile, I downloaded it and I was like, I do prefer it on the phone. This is, I mean, it is such a simple game mechanically, so it fits so well.
Right.
And I mean, and the DLC is like they're so cheap. So just currently I'm trying to unlock everything in the latest DLC on the phone. But now like when you start out, a run is like 2 or 3 minutes, and now it's like one run is like 30 minutes, 35. Like, it's getting up there. Well, yeah. But guys, let's kick off the news maybe, or just to until before we get to the fun stuff.
Let's get to it.
Let's see here. That's the screen we want to share. So, GFN news for the. There we go. Yeah. So GeForce Now adds some more Capcom games. Resident Evil, specifically Resident Evil 2, 3, and 7, right? And also, finally, my data center, Stockholm, along with Miami.
Yeah, I saw that,
Portland,
man.
finally got the upgrade.
Nice.
But I did do a test last week because someone asked me like, what's your like? I have a friend in Denmark who's wondering what the ping is, and I did a ping check to first like using the priority tier to Stockholm, and then did booted up Cyberpunk, use it, and then I got routed to the Amsterdam node. So there wasn't any.
So this is a map of their data centers. Each one of these data centers has the ultimate hubs, right?
For exactly. So these are the ones that are upgraded. I don't know if there are how many more there are apart from these.
It's a lot of hubs, man.
Ones. Yeah.
San Jose. Shout out to San Jose.
Yeah, over there. But the fun thing is because I realized since I did that test, I do know my exact I do know the latency now between me and the Stockholm data center, and me and the Amsterdam data center, and it's not surprisingly low to both of them. I mean, I do live in southern Stockholm, and I'm guessing the data center is central town or northern, so my ping to that is 2 milliseconds, whereas the ping to the Amsterdam is only 20, which is impressive. So yeah, both were definitely playable. So if you live somewhere in between here, I would expect like maybe 10 milliseconds of latency between to Stockholm or Amsterdam. So, but yeah, finally Stockholm has an upgrade. Good, love to see it. But yeah, Resident Evil. You guys play some Resident Evil, right? Mm-hmm. I still walk away because that's
a long time ago though. I haven't played the remakes.
I'm actually probably in the future gonna do some Resident Evil 2 on GeForce Now, but
That was such a great game originally.
I was a huge fan of the original Resident Evil, and then some of the remakes 2 and 3. I really need to get in. I had it on the console, but I didn't finish it, so I think I'm just gonna play it in the cloud and try and finish it up there.
What was the name of that guy in the trench coat, Ray, that dropped?
Oh my God! You're talking about
the dude who'd follow you around. I forget what his name was.
The creepy silver dude. That's all. Yeah. Oh my goodness!
Great game.
Yeah, I mean, I'm too scared to play any horror games, including Resident Evil, so I'm not going to touch any of them with a 10-foot pole. But I know a lot of people do like it, so happy for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are also some more games dropping, and I've opened them up in preparation. We have Shadows of Doubt, which is a immersive sandbox detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city. It sounds intriguing. Very positive reviews. What do you think? What do you feel?
I like the very positive reviews.
It's Minecrafty.
Yeah, very blocky in the design.
Absolutely.
I like it. It's something I would I would dab in and play it. Give it a try.
Yeah, I mean, I feel we have a resurgence of like detective games lately, and I do like that. More detective games for the people. Next up, we have After Image with mixed reviews. It's a hand-drawn, which looks gorgeous, 2D action adventures. I mean, looks gorgeous, but it's unfortunately, hopefully the reviews are mixed for some reason that can be patched. Yeah, it seems to be no fast travel, so a lot of unnecessary running back and forth in a Metroidvania style 2D platformer. But yeah, if you're okay with that, this looks gorgeous. And next up we have Roots of Pasha. Or Pacha.
Wow. Now
is
that
something
looks
for you guys?
interesting. Probably not. Although I have ridden an ostrich in my day, so definitely.
I mean, it's it's basically, I think it's from the same devs who made this this pixel art. Let's see if we can find out which. Yeah, so Soda then didn't they make? What is his name? No, we can't do that apparently. I think this is like, you guys remember the other PC pixel art
Pixel Raiders.
Oh,
like
Pixel
a
Junk
farming
Raiders.
Pixel
No,
Jump.
like a farming
No?
game.
Oh my god, there's so many.
Find it.
You
It's
talking
on
about
the tip of my
Stew?
tongue,
You
it's so
talking about
annoying.
Stew?
No, it's like I think there is some connection to for this game with like this not Stardew Valley, but no Stardew Valley. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I think there's
Stardew.
some sort of
What did I
some
say,
sort of
Stew?
connection between
Yeah.
these. I want to say, but I'm not. But this is more like Stone Age wise. So yeah, hopefully a cool game. And he's back. Welcome Vet to the show.
Oh, how's it going?
How long you been waving in the back? That?
What was that? Sorry, I was asleep.
Welcome, man. You
What I
wanna
missed?
go-
Anything fun?
I mean, Stockholm finally has 4080. That's nice. Or 4090.
Fancy.
Right.
But yeah, Roots of Pacha, farming game, 2D. So if you want to like go switch from the 3D of the Dreamlight Valley into more 2D style, there's a new game out for you, man.
2D. I mean, I got a Super Nintendo. I can do that.
This is interesting. My
Yeah,
good
this
friend
one,
Lo-Fi was
Bramble.
talking about this with me.
Yeah, Bramble, the Mountain King.
No,
if you-
I'm gonna tell you no for me, because it already looks like Children of the Corn. You got a cross and a child standing there.
Malachi,
That's a
he
negative.
wants you.
This is basically like it's
God, the
a
entrance,
horror,
good
like
lord.
creepy. I think it looks kind of like it reminds me of like Limbo and stuff like that, or like Little Nightmares. But the nightmares here are based on Swedish folklore. Now let me tell you,
okay.
Swedish folklore is fucking creepy.
Dark.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like this guy, like the guy on this image.
I've seen that. That was the ring.
This is the this guy's called Necken. And I mean, the story of him is basically he sits like he's a handsome looking boy who sit like young man who sits in the river and attracts young kids, especially girls, over, and then he drowns them and eats them.
Wow.
Yep. I mean
well,
that.
So we're drowning people in the game?
Wow.
Because now I'm getting
No,
interested.
like you
Oh.
basically you're
What's
playing as
this
a kid
image
who
here?
tries to.
Oh, that was
no.
cool looking.
Go back to the neck. The back. No, one more over. What is that? I want the thing in the mountain, not the boy going into the door. That's
He's
like,
like not the Hobbit
that's
hole.
That
sort of
thing right
mountain
there.
sort of thing. I'm not
I
sure
actually
what-
like the floral headset on his
Like
head.
the
I think
monkey.
I like that.
hey, Kristen.
Whoa!
Oh, that
That
looks
is a nose. That's a schnoz, they
Yeah.
call it. A schnoz.
better to smell you with.
Yeah, it's a like it's gonna be scary,
Oh, damn.
creepy, and yeah, you're a kid named Ulla who goes out to tries to save his sister, but it's a
Yeah,
dangerous world
nope.
out there.
Sorry.
Alright, I want to
Mom
play
and
this
Dad,
game
sorry,
now.
I'm an only child
I
now.
want to play this game now. I want to play this.
I don't.
Yeah, no,
Ray,
I'm
you
saying, like,
need
I'm-
Jesus.
And like, they also, I love that they also have a disclaimer down here. Like, throughout the game, you will meet and defeat monsters in the form of bosses. These scenes will be violent and bloody. Some of the monsters may have human traits, but all are monsters and creatures from the Nordic folklore. In addition, you will be able to see dead creatures or animals in magical forests. These create storytelling around the troll's everyday life. Some fancy creatures have bodies that resemble human shape. Sometimes they appear semi-nude or wearing revealing clothing.
This is terrible.
Disclaimer.
All right, I'm in.
I mean, yeah, I still won't play it.
Yeah, I won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. I love the fact that this is happening because, I mean, Swedish folklore, but like, oh, no.
I'm going to have to play it now. I do. I have to. You sold me. You sold me on it.
I mean, this is right up Ray's alley anyways. Everything he streams now is some kind of demonic video game.
Oh, yeah,
I'm starting to get concerned for him.
No, I mean, it's a creepy game, but I think I've heard good things about it, and it looks amazing for what it is, but it's not for me. Moving on, we have The Swordsman X Survival.
Ooh.
A martial art open world adventure game that combines survival and crafting.
Anthony.
256 square kilometer world, and you are a swordsman. I hope there's things to do in this, because it's very, like, there's no... I think it releases, like... Yeah, it hasn't dropped yet, but it's dropping tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Graphically looks good, but with a world that big, I think I hope they have filled it with interesting things, because there's a risk that they haven't.
There's a rumor they haven't filled it with quality content.
I mean, I'm assuming if it's that big, I'm assuming it's going to be hard for them to fill it properly. But I mean, it might be.
Well, a lot of companies like to do procedurally generated worlds and then fine tune and craft them on, after.
Yeah,
like,
and I mean,
change some things.
That can work. It's just I hope it does in this case. But I mean, it looks good from the images. But yeah, we'll see. Drops tomorrow, so if you want to have a new action game, that's out tomorrow on GeForce Now and PC. Then we have the Poker Club.
Ooh, I just claimed it for free.
Oh, yeah. Nice, yeah, free with Epic Games, and it's going to be on GeForce Now as of now or earlier today. That's a nice setup there. So yeah, realistic poker game. That's it. I don't know what else to say about it.
I thought it wasn't. I thought it was an adult title, but I like cards. I'll take it.
Yeah. Then we have, of course, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, whatever. I don't know what happened. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, and of course Resident Evil.
Do they have ray
7.
tracing enabled? I don't care for any of these, but I'm just curious. Does Resident Evil 2 and 3 have ray tracing enabled?
Let's go back to...
Just out of curiosity.
I think it said in the... If it does, I'm sure...
Well, no, I know what it said in the blog. Well, if it does, I don't know. I guess I read something from Capcom, so I'm just trying to find out if it actually does or not. Just because it says this, if the game doesn't support it, then...
I mean, they do say with RTX on, so I don't know.
Right, but there was a thing that Capcom had removed ray tracing from Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 a couple weeks back from the Steam versions. I don't know if it's been added back or if it was like there was a bug or an issue with it. So that's why I was just trying to find out, because I don't have... I guess I have Steam available, so I guess I could have looked.
Let's see. I mean... I honestly don't know.
I don't know. Capcom released a patch that was okay. Well, there's my answer. Thankfully, somebody does their due diligence, because it's sure.
Checker.
Thanks, Kraut. Moving on.
I wasn't trying to cause controversy at all. Never.
Totally not. No. 7 new games added to Boost Story this week. Townsmen, Boundary, Chaos Gate, El Hijo, and Scarf, Mordhau, and Ravenswatch.
I'm back.
And
they're very what's the word I'm trying to think of here?
Very eclectic bunch of games.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah. I mean, it's filling out the indie roster with some fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's not nothing what they're known for with the big titles, but it fills in the library. I don't
Yeah,
know how many
and,
people were requesting these titles, but hey, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, let's jump into that next then. Speaking of library, I did see that Cloud Dosage has been tracking the library size for a while, and in case you were wondering, the library size of DFN sits currently just below 1,600 at 1,564. Then the second biggest is actually Black Knot with 588, followed by Boostroid with 455 games. Xbox Cloud Games has 364. Stadia did close down on 303. Utomic has 245, and then Luna with 162.
Where's PlayStation Cloud? I don't see none of that up in there.
They don't have they can't go that far down on the chart.
Oh,
They didn't make it that
oh,
Touche.
damn, damn, SPG.
Wow.
Damn.
You know what? I got to give you credit for that because that was good.
Yeah. But
I can't even say anything on that.
No.
Well, they're cloud gaming.
The general trajectory for Xbox seems to be slightly dropping. Interestingly enough, Utomic is rising. Luna is also dropping. Boostroid is rising, but had a small drop recently. Which is due to storage, like temporary storage issues. Black Knight is rising, and DFN is rising. So I mean, trajectory is looking good for most of these. What do you feel? Like, as we said, like it's filler games, but I mean, looking at the numbers here, they do have quite a lot of fillers to fill in.
I mean, Luna definitely does. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But they have a whole lot of issues that they need to fill and fix.
Yeah.
Well, the more cloud gaming or cloud games there are available to choose from, the better. Hardware is expensive.
Yeah, they're adding things. Just I don't know with them. They're a weird one that I haven't been. I still, with the way the cloud gaming environment has transitioned with everything, I still can't figure them out yet, and what the ultimate goal is with them.
I gotta look at it from, there's also all sorts of people play these games, so you also got to think about the kids. There's kids that will play some of these games. There's parents that will play with their kids on these games. Certain games like Vet, myself, or SPG, we probably wouldn't get into. But you know what? Never judge a book by its cover. You might like that game if you try it out.
Mm-hmm. So true.
Yeah.
Stadia did that for me. A whole bunch of games that were dumped into my backlog through Pro.
Yeah,
I would have never even checked out.
What was that? Weave Tail? Oh my god, I love playing that.
I agree. Stadia had so many oddball games that I would have never ever touched.
Yep.
Yeah.
West of Loathing, even Super Hot. Like, there's a whole bunch of games I love.
The Steam World series I wouldn't have touched without that, and I mean,
I don't think I ever did. I never got to those.
They're great, and one of my most hyped games for this year, like coming later down this year, is actually the new City Builder in that universe, which I wouldn't have known about it or touched or known about if it wasn't for City Pro.
Rock, I don't have a green screen because all my stuff is in Virginia and I'm in Minnesota, so I'm just going au naturel.
Uh-oh. That's a different stream, Brett. That's a different stream.
That's a whole different show.
Lower the cam up, please.
Yeah.
All right, let me move it up some.
Now you're safe. Now you're safe.
Nice. So Best Buy did a bit of an oopsie today.
Did they list the ROG?
Yeah, the ROG Ally.
Hey, that's
they
a good
actually
price.
posted. Yeah, they posted the listing along with the release date of June 13th, and yeah, $696.
I'm tempted.
Oh, it's really funny.
This is for the powerful one.
Yes.
I know, but
right.
This is my thing with this. Price wise, I would buy it. What I'm leery of buying it is because it's Windows. That's my only concern. Is it's Windows. It's a Windows handheld device, and I don't know how well I trust Microsoft with putting together a Windows device, because is it Windows 11 or is this going to be their new handheld OS that they're working on, tying in with Windows 12?
I think this is going to be Windows 11 with I mean, it's Asus all the way through, and it's Asus.
Well, no, I understand it's Asus, and I get all of that, but the issue is
and they
that
have they have like a launcher to it as well.
So
Like
I don't know. I'll have to wait and see.
I have learned something from a certain company. I'm going to wait and see what the commitment of the company is with this.
Always wait.
I'm going to see, because anytime if I buy something in about another month, they got, hey, guess what? We got this, and it's 32.
Well, I'm telling you right now,
gigabytes, so 64 gigabytes, or 500. Like, I don't know. I got to.
So Rokk said, okay, so Windows 11. All right.
But I'm telling you now, though, this is going to kick the pants right off of the Steam Deck. Just by the AMD Z1 platform.
Dude, that Z1 Extreme is freaking ridiculous when you look at the power behind that thing.
Right. Yeah. They're gonna use that 120 hertz screen. They're gonna actually use it.
It's 8 times as powerful as a Steam Deck in terms of like raw power.
Yeah,
and on a handheld,
optimization and everything, but still, like, yeah.
I mean, it's gonna.
But that legit gives you access to everything. Now, I'm curious because I know it's gonna. I'm assuming it'll have the Wi-Fi and all that, but I would love it if it had, if it wasn't just a Wi-Fi only, if it had some kind of cellular chip built in that they weren't telling you about, would be cool. But I mean, if you think about everything that you can access with that, you've got Steam, Epic, GOG, GFN, PlayStation Cloud. I mean, literally anything you want to put on that thing, it's gonna. As long as it's compatible, it should be absolutely fine.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's going to be compatible because it's Windows. It's like everything will be compatible.
Yeah, it's not a forked version like the Steam Deck where it's Steam OS, but then you can put Windows. You can get drivers. This is just straight Windows.
The nice thing, Jim, is that you've got a great idea of when it's going to drop. Get on selling that now so that you can get that deal.
Okay, that makes sense, Rokk. I figured that. I was thought you had to use the sundial method, Stand up there, aim it at an angle, tilt your head sideways, and make sure you're pointed to the northern
the perfect
sky.
light in the perfect angle to be able to see anything. Yeah.
I mean, like first start to the right and straight on till morning. There you go.
The thing about it though is I'm like a hand-on guy. I got to have it in my hand and see how it feels and how the buttons move and everything before I just look at a picture and order it. So I got to feel it. I gotta see it.
I think the Steam Deck brought PC gaming to the handheld barely, and this is going to actually do it well.
Yeah, if Microsoft does this right, they could. I mean, you could see other companies getting into this. Getting into the handheld market.
Yeah, well, they are going to use that 120 hertz screen, and that's
hands down.
Yeah.
And I mean, the rumor is that this is like.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, the rumor is that it's the pricing is in large part thanks to the fact that it's being, the rumor is it's being bundled with 3 months of Game Pass, and that Microsoft is therefore subsidizing the unit a bit. Which
there's no way they're making. I mean, I get what Jim is saying. There's no way they make a profit off of that.
No, I think Asus might be making a small profit, but I think they're making not off the sale of the unit, they're going to break even on the unit, and then Microsoft gives them money.
They're probably they made a really good deal with partnering with AMD for that chip.
Yeah,
that too.
That is where the price cut is coming from. I can almost guarantee it. The behind room deal for them getting all those chips.
Yeah, and that combined with Microsoft maybe subsidizing it to bundle it with the Game Pass. And I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if you were able to buy buy the ROG Ally and Game Pass Ultimate for 2 years, and you like pay it off financing through Game Pass Ultimate, just like you can do with an Xbox. Wouldn't surprise me if they add that to this as well. Because why not?
Jim. I mean, Jim would be the one to do that. Buys Raga, install SteamOS.
Yeah.
He's just installing it for science. That's all.
Yeah, science.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm excited about it. I hope.
I'm in the market this year for a handheld.
It's
And,
interesting how many handheld devices are starting to show up now ever since the
right.
Switch came out. Ever since how successful the Switch was. Because you're starting to really see this shift in with handheld device like Sony's got one coming out. I mean, you've got a Windows devices now. You've got the Steam Deck. You had the LG had their version. So it's interesting to see all of these different devices that are starting to show up.
It's
on
definitely a handheld, but very fundamentally different, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is hands down.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm in this position where like I'm in the market if I can find the spare cash for it to buy a
I mean, if
I would
$700
prefer
disappears
to-
out of my wife's account, I'll be like, I don't know what happened. Why is it from Best Buy?
I don't know what happened, honey. You might want to look into that. Ask the bank.
It was the 5-year-old.
If you stretch the stockings like little white, you can actually slide that in a stocking. That'd make a good stocking.
Right.
stuff
You
over the
can
fireplace.
also put it over your head. The stocking.
That's right. And watch somebody come out of Best Buy.
Say, give me that wrong.
We'll do that.
No, but like I mean, I'm technically in the market for like some sort of like gaming laptop or anything, and to make like to run editing on as well and things like that.
Who needs a laptop when you got handheld devices?
Yeah, I'm kind of like just.
I mean, I get where you're
USB
coming from because you need the editing stuff, but
no,
use
I could do that on. Like,
yeah, you could do that on the ROG.
USB dock
chips,
and
man.
then plug it in. Yeah.
It'd be,
The chips.
you'd have to squint, tilt your head, and you could edit stuff.
No, I mean, honestly, just plug it into a USB-C dock with like external.
Oh, there you go.
You gotta
It's
think,
basically
man.
a small laptop.
Yeah. With the chip itself, the AMD Z1 or whatever it is, man. That's got the CPU and GPU all together.
Yeah.
Like, it's genius. It's brilliant, man. The
Yes,
tech.
yes, it
the
is,
tech,
Brock.
The tech moving forward is going to be pretty significant.
Yeah.
It's surprising how much performance they can get out of their newer platforms.
Yeah. Oh, it's really impressive. Yeah, Ray's had some fire.
Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, it was a little bit. There you go.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, let's move on then to PlayStation. Some new monthly games for May has been announced: Grid Legends, Chivalry 2, and Descenders. Any favorites among these?
SPG is a huge fan of Chivalry 2.
Yeah, so is David Wilson.
So am I. That game is fantastic.
Say,
The first time I ever played that, I think Ray might have tuned in because he caught me running around with swinging a sword.
Did
I
I
had
say
one arm
Chivalry
and
too?
I was hopping
Did I
on
say
one
that?
foot.
Oh my god!
Oh, that game is fantastic. And it's not a hard game.
You did.
It is not a hard game to figure out. It's literally take your sword and kill everything. Chivalry 2, yes.
I love Grid Legends.
I hate that. That's too realistic. I need arcade racing.
Yeah, Speedstorm is more your thing, right?
Yeah, I need the arcade stuff. Something that I can actually kind of win at.
Yeah.
No, the only thing happens when I play those grid games,
right?
anything that's like grid, all I do is crash. And then I can rewind it, but then when I unpause the rewind, I still crash. So then I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to take every single person out in this race.
Hang on, I feel I need to for. No, there isn't one. I don't have a sound effect on hand for a badooms, but yeah, you get one for that, right? Definitely. Yeah.
You see where I was going with that, Jim?
Yeah, and then all you do is crash.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to pre-order my Crash Bandicoot game.
No, for sure.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Right.
I mean, we'll get more games later down the month as well from PlayStation. We'll see what it is when we get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also, and I mean, this is one where I read through this article the first time that I saw Purple posted, and I was like, I grasped enough of it to be like, yeah, this is cool. Cool. I get what they're on about, but I don't understand this at all to the point level where I probably should. But PlayStation, I mean, we know that they've partnered with Google Cloud, and one of the main reasons behind it is Agonis, which is the like a load balancer for servers. So they are looking to put all their multiplayer game servers on this thing, which means that whenever you like, it will scale up and down depending on the needs of like the player sizes. So that no
PlayStation
matter like
5.
you could be like the multiplayer servers should be able to handle everything you throw at them.
Damn it, I'm broke.
But also scale down to basically nothing when you're not when no one plays it, so that the
Scaled to
I
nothing.
mean I'm
That
suspecting we'll
sounds
see games survive longer, like multiplayer games get to stay online for longer.
Yeah.
With this, so yeah, I mean that's. But yeah, if you're technical and you want to deep dive, do it. It's probably a good read. I got like 5% of it, and I work in tech, so not. With
I
this,
do not.
granted, but not with this. But
Well,
Just wanna throw that out there.
it's going to be an ongoing theme going forward here, I think, in the news.
oh yeah,
Above my pay grade, I'm gonna have to respectfully decline
above
this
my
news.
page, like I'm not a lawyer, but
I don't get paid enough for this tech talk.
moving on. I did see the NINJAGUYX retweet this post for Clockwork Origins, which I mean, some of you might be familiar from the Stadia days. They did Elemental Wars, but also Tri-6 Infinite. And I mean, they do
I love Tri-6.
yeah.
know what
I mean,
it
they did a look back at like the previous couple of years, and now they do and then end with like a looking forward a little bit. So it's because it's their 5-year anniversary. And
Bravo.
what's interesting is, I mean, here you have like the initial launch of the Tri-6 Infinite, launched on the platforms. You see the like pie chart of they got most of the revenue from PlayStation and Switch, with a little bit from the Creative Program, itch.io, and Steam, and the Google Store. But then when this is without Stadia, and then you go down a little bit more, and then you find revenue share by platform as of April 2023 for Tri-6 Infinite, including Stadia this time, 91.7%.
Wow.
Oh.
We adopted that game at a way higher rate
Oh,
than
yeah.
everyone else. Yeah.
The Stadia community fell in love with that game, and I mean for good reason. It's a great game, but like I didn't really understand how much. So basically,
Damn,
like,
Rokk.
yeah.
The next one down. What the hell?
We see pie charts. Let's see pie. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I heard.
I mean, it's a wonderful day for pie.
I heard that was what I heard. That was why I came to the meeting.
Pie.
I thought someone said, there would be food brought, provided.
It's always a good day for pie. That's just the way it is. But like, did you guys understand how that Stadia was this big for this developer? And probably a lot of, probably more. Just
I
more than
don't.
Just this
I do. It went to pro, and we were all starved for games in a sense. So everybody checked it out. Everybody did.
There you go. I like the Tron style. I mean, I played it, and I played it again, and I played it again to level up and
So on PlayStation, they might have had a plethora of games to go to and check out that month, to where we got Tri-6 Infinite, one of the pro games. And I mean, I really think that's where it came from. All of us checking it out, and then a bunch of us going back to it.
Yeah, and that also meant that they got revenue share from the Stadia Pro subscriptions for everyone. Which for an indie developer of like, because the yearly revenue goes up like this, and this with the Stadia launch. And I mean, it's just, and they've finally now hired one more employee. Like they hired their first employee, the studio. And I don't know if it was a solo dev or like two or three before that, but they hired the first new person after this.
That's got to be daunting, hiring the first employee. I mean, what if they're an ass? Yeah,
but also like, I mean, this is the sort of impact that a cloud platform can have on, because especially if it's a cloud platform with maybe not that many games coming to every week. It's like if you're one of those games, you can get a lot of exposure and a lot of new fans, and that can make or break things.
Exposure is word of mouth. Exposure, getting the game out there and having a lot of multiple people play for it is a good thing for an indie developer.
Oh period. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just like I just liked seeing it, and I'm guessing this was like they're not the only ones. I mean, we know for a fact that 100 Days also that developer was also very happy with being on Stadia Pro. So hopefully these get like someone fills that void, because I think it kind of leaves a void. I don't know, maybe Game Pass can jump in and you know, because I mean, even if it's like, yeah, we'll pay you like 100 grand to put this game on Game Pass for a year. For an indie developer, that means you've paid, like, that's the cost of making that game, and the next game is now covered. And I know that they do this for a lot of the games, but I mean, hopefully they do it for even more, and pick up some pieces of what's left behind. But yeah, let's one more final story before we go into the news, because we did get some Xbox news this week. You didn't see the
Wow.
Redfall and Starfield ended up at the real life fashion gala L Gala here in Sweden. So Bethesda Nordic partnered with some designers and made clothing inspired by these upcoming two games, and put that on the fashion show. So that's all the news from Xbox this week, right, guys?
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't think you missed anything. I don't think you missed anything.
There's something huge
Of importance, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the big thing is obviously the fact that the CMA decided to block the acquisition of Activision Blizzard. Did you guys see it coming?
Well, I jumped into a Discord chat room, and Miss Phoenix actually posted it, and I clicked on the link, and I'm like, what just happened? Because a couple of days before that, you saw like tweets, and people were talking about, you know, they're getting ready to close the deal, and then everybody, I mean, all the, like, I know I woke up, I was like, what just happened?
I don't know what you get. Oh, the Activision thing. Yeah, there were people tweeting out some very just terrible gifs and memes. Were just
I wonder if you do something like that.
I don't know what individual would do such a thing. There was some weirdo.
A child.
I mean, there was some weirdo tweeting out stuff with Eric Cartman. I was just like, wow, that's just so childish.
Yeah, Jim said it right there.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. No, it's as simple as that, I suppose. No, but I mean, it's one of the like I feel like half the internet is like joking at either like acting like proper fanboys. The other half is like trying to understand what the hell is going on here.
It's not going to go through, I can tell you that.
I've got an unpopular opinion. I think that most people don't have the business background, the law information to make a qualified decision on, was this good, was this bad, what was going to happen to be looking forward into the future, what wasn't going to happen looking forward into the future. I think it's all a bunch of speculation. And
I don't think it will.
And we're all taking sides on this money bag pillow fight the two companies are about to have. I don't think it matters to any of us.
Pillow fight?
Yeah, but with money bags.
I'm gonna quote the cowboy. You can't really miss what never was. So
don't build with his ego. Don't add to it.
I'm actually on both. I can see both sides, because I have Ultimate Game Pass, and Ultimate Game Pass is I play games on my PC, in the cloud, on my console. So as somebody who plays on Game Pass, for a consumer, it would have been cool to see some of these Blizzard games on Game Pass. But it's not going to happen. And I mean, they can appeal it.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
They can. I mean,
what's going to happen? That's what I mean.
They can appeal it, but the appeal's isn't going to go through.
But
they got about that minuscule of a chance of getting an appeal approved.
You're talking about two corporations that don't give a shit about you, and they're going to smack their money bags together and see who wins.
But this really, it came down to it was about the cloud. The CMA made.
I said this last night, but it's all Phil's fault. Stadia killed it. If Stadia hadn't have died, this would never have been an issue.
Well, then
I'm not. If you want to know about my crazy,
maybe CMA should have stuck in and did something. But when they got Blizzard and CMA or nobody said nothing I mean not Blizzard but Bethesda, when the Bethesda deal went down, nobody said nothing then. And I think so. I mean, this is just.
But Crow, yeah, I see. Microsoft loses $3 billion if the deal dies. I mean, they've already spent a buttload of money anyways trying to get a six. What was the total for this deal? More than $3 billion. So.
Well, I just think that the people that think the sky is falling on both sides don't even understand what the deal was.
I don't understand anything half the time. Well, I just think it's funny.
But yeah, well, that's just what I mean, though. Like to actually understand what the repercussions were going to be and all that stuff. It's above our pay grade. It is. We play the damn games.
It is.
We play them,
but also
we play them.
Yeah, I mean, someone who is being paid for this though is Michael Pachter of.
I'm being paid
whatever,
for it.
Wherever
yeah, what does he have to say? This is interesting.
He says, to quote, while successfully appealing a CMA decision is a difficult task for several reasons, we think the CMA is on the wrong side of the law in this ruling. We believe its concerns can be addressed. Ultimately, the ruling hinges on the CMA's belief that Microsoft will have pricing power due to its market dominance in cloud gaming. We think that CMA's belief is correct, and Microsoft erred in not addressing this issue before the CMA's ruling. However, we firmly believe that Microsoft is willing to concede maintaining the pricing at $15 per month plus inflation, and we believe that CMA will reverse its position if Microsoft makes that offer. Historically, a majority of CMA appeals have been unsuccessful, but there's still a chance that this can be overturned. According to the Competition Appeal Tribunal's site, straightforward cases are aimed to be dealt with within 9 months, but often take at least a few months. If the appeal is successful, it is then returned to the CMA to review, which again will take some time. So we could be looking at the end of the year if everything goes in favor for Microsoft and Activision to close a deal.
Hey, did you forget to deliver that bag of cash? Yeah, get on that. We're appealing.
He goes on saying that it can separate Game Pass UK from Game Pass everywhere else, either by creating a separate entity in the UK that can easily be monitored by the CMA, or by an appointed third party, or by merely managing the UK business separately. We expect that this will be sufficient for the CMA to rule the merger acceptable on the condition that Activision titles are not available on Game Pass. Microsoft will agree to these conditions subject to an appeal should it prevail. It captures full value from the acquisition. Should it fail, it captures most of the value. But its prospects for Game Pass growth in the UK, a low percentage of global GDP, will be limited due to a lower amount of content available on the service. So it could be that everyone in the UK gets a worse Game Pass than the rest of the world. That's one solution for Microsoft here, apparently, according to him. What do you think they will do that?
JD, I was waiting for you, buddy. My work is done.
What did you do, Rhett?
Nothing. I didn't do anything. I just told JD we were live.
Okay. Oh, yeah, good.
And
thank you. JD, welcome.
JD knows what's up.
Oh, about the chart earlier? Yeah.
Yeah, he heard the word pie also and showed up.
There is pie.
Pet likes food.
But yeah, so I mean, what do you make of Pachter's assumptions there on how it could happen?
Oh, if there's a will, there's a way, and it's going to be a sack of cash.
I don't
like any stuff, bro. I think that I think that the last people who should be judging monopoly is the United States. I'll just leave it at that.
They're just playing the game of Monopoly, and Microsoft just happens to be at the forefront every single time.
Ooh.
Weird how they always seem to be right there when something's being discussed about a monopoly. It falls back on Microsoft. You'd think they'd learn.
No.
Or at least learn how to deflect.
You mean Apple and how they monopolize the phone?
No.
Apple
has never been taken to court over monopoly. That's all. That's allegations, hearsay. Let me look up some other legal terms.
Come on.
That's legal
to make myself sound smart.
That's legal mining.
Come on.
For cobalt.
Like I said, man, I see both sides, and as once again as a consumer, because I hate paying full price for games. I would have loved to play some of those Blizzard games on Game Pass on my PC and stuff. I'm not. Hey, I'm not a Call of Duty player anyway, but
That's
I feel sorry for the other. I feel sorry for the other Call of Duty players that would look into play some of those classic games and stuff like that.
Hey, there's always Boosteroid. You could play it on there, I think.
I mean, but let's be real. Half of those games, if they're PC, you got to have. I mean, the only game that people worry about that are focusing on this deal was Call of Duty, and that game is a dumpster fire, anyways. They royally screwed that game up.
That's your opinion. League of Leagues, Candy Crush. You can't.
I don't play that.
You can't. I know, but other people, millions of people play Candy Crush.
Mike just went into this deal to buy King at the end of the day. Like getting Activision and Blizzard.
Well, they were in mobile. I guess they should have tried better. Then if they had wanted King, they should have just offered money for just that and left, separated the two. They probably could have gotten it done. If all they wanted was the mobile side of things, and they had focused on here's a shit ton of money. Can we just buy your mobile and acquire your mobile division? Then they probably would have. Possibly.
JD, you just like playing remakes, man. That's all. You like playing remakes,
lies and slander,
and you must love playing remakes and refurbished.
Hey, I just want to give a shout out to Crash Team, to PlayStation and that pre-order that I just made for a new Crash game.
That's great.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you go play your Minecraft. I'll play Crash.
I mean, Crash would have been included in this. Right?
Crash would have killed itself. It would have crashed and burned on an Xbox. No pun intended. But
it just the code refused to run.
It just crashed. I don't understand it.
Yeah. But I feel like I can.
Call of Duty 24.
I don't. Yeah. No, it's not a bad idea.
Can I get Call of Duty 24, please?
Yes, your government prevented Crash Team Racing on the cloud, and I will not sit here and.
I mean, it is on the cloud. You can get Crash on the gentleman. I can't. There's too many Crash puns going on here.
Yeah, I mean, you crash that show, that's what you get.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like I don't think we'll see a UK version of Game Pass. I feel that even. I mean, I see where he's coming from, but I don't think they will do that. And limit.
Why did I pre-order this if I don't get to play it till June?
That would just not go well. I do think, however, we could see them saying we'll commit to, legally commit to keeping the price where it is, not do any price hikes. Because when we have them, if we get Activision and Call of Duty, we will not do and then be the only cloud game service that's not already made a deal with us. We promise to not make a price hike, and if we do, then we are legally bound to that. And I can see them doing that, and I can see that passing. And at the end of the day, I kind of hope they eventually does pass. Not for me as a user, because I don't honestly except for Crash, I don't really care for anything Activision Blizzard or King puts out. So for me, it's I don't really care too much about any of them. But I do hope. I feel like they are a company that desperately needs new leadership.
Yeah.
And I don't think they will get new leadership without being acquired. And I don't think anyone else is going to be willing to fork out the money except Microsoft. So. Just let them do it so that everyone who works there can get new leadership who's not douchebags. That would be great. Right. I think that would be a net positive for the industry. Yeah.
I think honestly,
kick out Bobby Kotick. That's a good start.
I think both companies really need to focus on some of these games. We're in next gen. Why are some of these games coming at 32 frames per second? Why aren't these games fully optimized? It's 2023.
What game? Wait.
On both the platforms.
What game are you talking about? That's not 60
platforms.
What game though?
Why are they pushing ray tracing when hardware can't keep up with it? Why are they doing that?
Redfall and Forspoken. Why is it that these games that we have to wait.
I don't know. I mean, I did say
That's
that
the problem. That's the
Redfall
problem.
will be 30 frames per second on the Series X, and I'll go get my GameCube and play some games at 60 FPS. So what's that say? What's that say? What say you, Microsoft, with that one?
That's not apples to apples comparison there. I can run an Atari game at 1,000 frames per second. That doesn't make it any more impressive. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Who ran Gem out of the chat?
Phoenix didn't like the Battlefield game he worked on, so now he's sad.
Well, neither did JD, so...
Yeah.
I thought it was cool when I was inside a tank, but I was still walking.
Cool.
Yeah, but I was still walking, so...
yeah, no.
Yeah.
Sean, yes, Bobby's supposed to be saying, but for an interim period. So,
Was it for an interim period?
Yeah, it was like, I mean, he was supposed to stay on to run that until, like, while they are, like, I mean, merging a company of that size into another company is going to be a clusterfuck. So, I mean, it's going to take like two or 3
Rokk,
years.
I don't know if I want to click that link.
I'm
scared. I'm scared now. I'm scared now.
Should I click that link?
I don't know. Will that get us canceled?
Let me know if it's spicy. I might click it too.
You know you want to, big boy.
I don't think I have a good way to copy text. No, I can't. I can't copy text from.
None of this seems like it should be a good idea.
No, bad idea. Nope. Yes, Mercedes, ban that Rokk guy. I wonder what happens if you ban the creator of a channel, like if mod. That would be a fun test.
Rokk,
that's a video.
I don't. Can you ban the creator of? Well, the only way you can do that is if the other person
Rokk's linkage is sus. That's all I know. His linkage is sus.
Wow! Oh! It says that. Well, I read that wrong. Well,
I know where you're going with that, bro. I read it 3 times. Okay, bet.
Okay, so it's not just me.
No. The emoji after confirms it all.
I do believe in regulation though, and fairness for everybody and everything. And
I don't
know. I'm just torn. I'm just torn, man. Because I was hoping, because I like Starfield. I like my son loves Overwatch, playing the Overwatch games. Blizzard has some. Go and do the history, the IP. Blizzard is
I don't have time for that.
We need to get some games. We need to stop the.
And I'm not just thinking about our own
console wars.
Stop thinking about our own personal what we play. Think about all the other millions of other
console wars. Listen, in my opinion, the console wars have to stop because it's ignorant. Why? Because the only difference.
People like that.
The only difference.
What? Why you single me out?
The only difference besides company and who's making what is what the console smells like when it's coming out of the box. It does the same thing. It's going to give you 30 frames on Starfield.
If it doesn't smell like maple and bacon, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I
mean, even other cloud providers is like, guys, what the hell? Like, I mean, when another cloud, like when the CBA says
everybody who made a deal with Xbox is upset. Tell me more.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, if they come out and say like, we're doing this on the basis,
that is a oh no, my 10-year deal is gone. Look,
hold up. Yes, I like Jim's comment there.
Yeah.
Jim, I would like you on the show. We would like to have a sit down and see what's going on.
We want a what does the fan smell like description?
Yeah,
do you talk into it to see if it makes that cool sound like when you're a kid and you talk behind the fan?
What interesting smell has Jim discovered this week? That would be a show I would tune into.
Damn it! I think if Microsoft would have had Amazon on board, this deal would have passed. If Amazon was on board, maybe, I don't know.
At the same time, though, like they do have they do have deals with all the. Oh yeah, good. Hang on.
Hold up, bring them on.
Yeah.
We must talk about fan smells and Crash. Although now I need Rokk on the show too because he's gotten some weird comments. I need to make sure that he's okay because I see smells of Chinese food and lank hair. I don't know what's going on in the chat anymore.
Sounds like a bad combination.
I mean, like we're getting. I mean, the all I hear is Chinese food, lank hair, smelling Steam Deck fans. I don't know what the hell is going on.
You keep your steamy deck to yourself. Okay?
Oh, JD said he'll come in. Hold on, JD, I'll get you.
Woo!
Look, we're gonna have a full house now.
Good.
Much respect to Jim.
There we go.
I don't ever hear that for me. God, Ray.
No comment. No comment. No comment.
Yes.
Please.
I'm out on that one.
Yeah, link in chat. Thank you, Rokk. Good idea. There we go.
Oh, there. All right. Well, God. I mean, I could have done the same thing, but I'm not I don't have one of them cool.
Wrenches?
Yeah.
Mod power. No, you don't.
I don't have that monkey wrench next to me.
Exactly. But yeah. While people drop in, I just want to like.
Sausage.
Sorry. I mean,
that sausage is sus.
Yeah, sausage is sus.
What the hell?
I mean, yeah, that's a good question. How many people in the overlay handle? Everyone get in here. But yeah, like
bring everyone.
Like,
bring them all.
Bring them all. No, but like when you block something on the basis like for the sake of the cloud gaming, like growing cloud gaming industry, and then those companies the other companies in that industry are like, what? But we were pro this. It's a bit weird. I feel like that should say something. So yeah, I don't know, but I mean I also get it because these guys have made deals with him, and I mean some of them haven't made deals, and I don't like what's up with that.
I know I didn't get my deal. Where the hell's my deal at?
Yeah, but you're an individual.
That cloud gaming, that literally says it in the name. It's a cloud gaming service with me.
Yeah. Welcome.
Yo, what's up?
JD,
hey, on the ROKKSHOW.
Were we just together once already? Like,
Why is this?
Yeah, we just once.
I know. Ray's like, oh shit, I'm out.
Nah,
What's up, Ray?
Have some what's up, Bias?
Bias.
What's up? How you doing?
You streaming some PlayStation games on your streams? You showing them some love?
Where is the pony avatar? Where is the PlayStation avatar at?
Oh, I thought you had one. I thought you had one for me, Ray.
Wait, you can do that? Oh hell, I would have done that.
Oh my god!
I would have done it.
What's up, SPG? What's up, Roger? What's up, everybody? Man?
What's happening, man?
Good. Doing well.
So what's your take on the? Let me hear it. Let it rip. You want your take on the CMA block?
For the CMA block, man, my take is just this. Xbox has been talking about getting subscribers and expanding their territory to people outside of console gaming. And so they were right as far as like they wanted to expand to mobile with King, Candy Crush, get those subscriber counts up, because that's what Microsoft is best known for, is their the services that they provide, and getting subscriber numbers. So I just feel like they looked at that, the CMA looked at that, and it's not that Microsoft cannot compete. They're the company with the most money in the gaming industry. Microsoft has all the money in the world, so they can buy the talent, they can buy the people that they need at their studios to get these games up and running. But they really wanted to enter the mobile market and pretty much exit the console game, and so they saw that and they was like, no, y'all can't do that. Y'all have a monopoly on that. Y'all have a monopoly on your mobile market already. You're talking about Game Pass, how successful that is. PlayStation Plus isn't that successful. Stadia cave down. Luna is just steady holding. And so Microsoft is dominant right there, and so they just said nah. So I agree with them. In that it's not the fact that Blizzard games and Activision games are not a fit for Microsoft. I feel like those games are a fit for them, but that's not really their focus. Their focus was on trying to gain another monopoly on the mobile market.
Yeah, I mean that's it all comes down to buying king at the end of the day. But at the same time, do you feel like do you agree with the reasoning for the blocking of like that it would create an unfair advantage in the cloud space?
Yeah. Again, we're talking about Game Pass is the top tier by default. Like use case scenario, xCloud, Game Pass. That's the thing that they've been pushing for years. Even before GFN and Stadia was really able to get too comfortable and take some of that market share. Game Pass has the market share. The cloud xCloud has that market share, and so I do feel like they had a lead, even though cloud gaming is still new. I kept saying that on the other podcast. Like cloud gaming is still like niche. It's still new. It's still developing. And so for them to already have a lead and then say, hey, we're going to give GeForce Now, Boosteroid, like all these people, Nintendo, we're going to give everybody incentives, right, for cloud gaming. You're basically the market leader because you're able to give that. PlayStation is not able to do that. Nintendo's not really able to do that. Who else can do that outside of Tencent?
Yeah, I mean,
no one.
I think Sony and Nintendo could, but it's not in their interest to do so.
I think so too, and I agree with you, Bjorn.
Yeah, it's like they don't want to because it's not in their
They don't
best
want
interest. For Microsoft, it's all about I feel it's all about being like I feel like they don't want to build more Xboxes. They want to get out of the hardware field, but switch to full on just service providing and content providing, right? That's what they want to do continuously, and get out of hardware, which I understand. And I mean, we all know that hardware is costing them money. We all know. Yeah, I don't know. I've sent Jem the link, but he hasn't popped in yet. So I'm thinking he's maybe saying
he's in the chat. He's in the chat.
He's hiding.
So Link doesn't want the smoke either. Link doesn't want it. Love you, Link, man. Go check out Link, man. He's a great guy. He's a good streamer. Everybody's great, man. I don't have no issues with nobody.
You are not in backstage, Jem. Hang on, you're not in backstage. I don't see the backstage. I don't see you in the backstage at least. So.
Well, I mean, are you looking for a bear or a gem?
Either at this point. I mean,
Hold on.
I'm always down for.
Well, I mean, he is a hidden gem, so you know. I know, right?
Yeah, refresh and click the link.
Yeah. Cheers. It's one of those like, if I but by selling an Xbox, like they are. They are still doing a loss right at that point. Like it's if I remember correctly, they are losing money on the console sales and making it back up on the accessories and the game sales on the game store. But since they're going out with Game Pass, so for them to find a way to keep doing what they're doing to the same amount of customers, or if not more, and just not do the console stuff anymore, I think they would be down for. I think that's beneficial for them and what they're up to.
Right, I agree with you. I would love Xbox to just go ahead and just let people know, let your customers know that, and say, hey, we're not really focused on console gaming. We're just focused on like gaming and just being accessible to people. And if they can just say that and be truthful about that, I'll have the utmost respect for Xbox, because then you're not trying to say that you're competing with like PlayStation and Nintendo in certain arenas. You're just saying, hey, we just want to make sure that everybody's able to play games, and You know, as long as the games is there, they don't even have to be high quality AAA games at that point. Like they can make them, that's cool, but they don't even have to like compete with a AAA game title at that point. They can just say, "Hey, we're just here to make sure everybody can play certain games on no matter what platform you're on."
Yeah.
Like that's all we're here for.
Yeah. Jem, what do you feel? Hey, man. Hey, by the way. And can
What's
we get
up,
a...
gamers? Jim
Yeah,
here.
thank you.
Hey, Jim. How
What's
you
up,
doing,
Jim?
So I was
good to
just
see you.
sniffing my Steam Deck.
Okay, first of all, before we get into the serious stuff, what does it smell like?
Okay, I was thinking long and hard and sniffing for 5 minutes. If you ever sniffed a blow hair dryer, that's what it smells like.
Oh yeah, that's it runs hot then. I take it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So what's your take on this whole CMA deal?
I'm actually surprised it was blocked. I thought it would go through. But I still think it will go through. Now it's just gonna take longer.
Yeah. I think it will eventually, because it's, I mean, they're gonna do whatever it takes, I think.
Yeah, like I think Microsoft has, like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. They have like the they have the negotiation, and the UK CMA doesn't. Like I would argue Microsoft is bigger. Like they can like do like they we use Windows. Like that is the main operating system that the most of the world uses, and the UK gaming market is about 7% worldwide, I checked.
Yeah.
And Microsoft has a big share in gaming. So like Microsoft is in a position to like negotiate. So I think they'll just like keep on going until they get what they want.
Yeah. You're probably right. So there we go. Now lower thirds are back. Hopefully not typing out again. No, yeah, I think it will. What do you guys think they will do to get it through then? You think they? Because I mean, they have to do something. They can't just say no, but we promise, and then hope for the best. Any guesses?
I read on, I think it was 9to5 Google, they reported that Xbox games are still going to come to GFN. So
Yeah.
Microsoft is still fulfilling their promises. Because legally they didn't have to. It was just like, it was heavily based on whether they get the deal or not. But it looks like they're going to still continue with their promises with their own first party games. So I think, so they'll continue with that, and maybe that would influence CMA to change their mind in the next time when they appeal. Yeah, that's about it really.
Yeah, and I mean, I also get it from the aspect of the CMA. I mean, if you're the CMA and you're telling Microsoft you gotta prove how you're gonna do this, and you're not really feeling you. I mean, they're gonna drag their feet. They're gonna give you as little as possible, because that's what lawyers do. If you then go, all right, we're gonna block you then. See what you do. Like now you do what we say. Give us the details of these deals. Give us make sure show us that you actually mean it, and it's not just words, and then we can talk again. It's a bargaining chip for the CMA.
I agree with Sean in the chat. They have to talk to Amazon Watch. I think the more people that you get on board, the more people that you get talking, who knows, maybe. Me personally, this has been going on and on and on. I would just, you know what? Just move on. Just move on. I just move on, and then let's see what Sony, let's see what Nintendo, let's see what the other companies do in this next 10 years or whatever, and hopefully, because we're forgetting why this deal went down from the first place. It was people that were being mistreated at a company. is the original reason why this takeover was taken in the first place, because you had somebody at the top that wasn't worrying about people's rights and people getting mistreated bad, and that's why the sale was made. And like I said, I've been playing Game Pass. I also, you guys see, I play on the Sony, and I can definitely understand Sony's part, because there's no way Sony's gonna stand there and watch Microsoft get all this. They have to say something. They had to speak
I
up,
mean,
because that's their competitor, and I totally understand that. But also, I want to see not only Xbox try and get my dollars, but I would love to see Sony and other people step up as well and get those dollars as well. What are you going to do now? You're going to have more multiplayer games. What are you going to be doing with your subscription? What are you doing with your subscription to entice me to keep wanting to play my money every month? So that's all I got to say.
yeah.
Well said.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I think I said this on one of the many Discord chats I've had about this topic over this day. That I mean, it's. I think it comes down to always like the like. Yeah, like they have talked to give it to some companies. I'm guessing like we know that Sony has been offered it. They turned and declined the deal. And I mean, I suppose I get what Rokk and Sean is saying in chat about how Amazon is a stated main competitor, but at the same time they're not, like, Amazon is not acting like a main competitor here. They're not doing jack shit.
Amazon doesn't know what they're doing. That's
yeah, so it's like, I mean, it's a hard way for Microsoft, like hard argument for Microsoft to be like we see these guys as our main competitors, but they're not doing, like, one of them backed out and one of them isn't doing anything, so we don't know what's going on right now. It's like, but I mean, at the same time, Nvidia and while they're at the same time partnering with guys like Nvidia and Booster, especially Nvidia I mean, they're also big. They are arguably bigger in cloud gaming than Microsoft is. Like, I disagree with the CMA saying that Microsoft is the market leader in cloud. I don't think
it's because
are.
Let's be real. It's simply because it's Microsoft.
Yeah.
It boils down to it's Microsoft, and nobody likes Microsoft. I don't understand it.
I've been using Windows forever, and I've had all the Xboxes. I've even had all the PlayStations. Like I said, I'm a consumer, and I just want to see what these companies are going to do and my son and his son in the future. What are they going to do? What is cloud? I love cloud tech. I want to see that expand. I want to see that grow.
Oh, yeah.
What are these companies going to do?
I don't know.
Yeah, and I mean,
may never know.
It's been said before, like, this whole, I know that, like, when those 10-year deals first came out, there was a lot of talk of like, oh, but what about after those 10 years? And it's like, after those 10 years, Microsoft might not even exist. Like, we don't know. Like, in 10 years in the tech industry, look at what happened in the tech industry 10 years ago. Not like it would look nothing like it does today. So
yeah,
I mean, 10 years is an arbitrary number to just be like, oh, so if we are barely scraping by anymore, no one cares about us, we don't have to honor the deal at that point anymore, which is fine. Yeah.
True.
10 years ago, GTA 5 just came out.
Oh.
I mean, I'm the oldest one on
Ray,
this panel
what was
here.
it like? What was it like back then?
Shut up. I can even take it back. I remember when Nintendo don't and Sega does, and then PlayStation popped up on the scene. Yeah, it's amazing.
Were there flying cars back then?
There was Back to the Future back then.
Yeah. I mean, I actually found a complete side note. I found a book, like how things work kind of book, on.
What's a book?
Oh yeah, it's one of those things. But they ended it was like
those things.
a book describing like how an engine works and stuff, but for kids. And then they ended with like a vision. Maybe things will be like this in the future. What's funny is this is a book. Like my parents bought this secondhand when I was a kid. This is written in the 70s, and the estimations of like things in the future that they have in there are hilarious. First of all, like they were like, what if in the future maybe instead of having bookshelves with books, people have bookshelves with cassette tapes for videos. Like yeah, we did that.
If we'll have flying cars and
That's also classic.
holographic movies with sharks
that
that
like,
each.
and then maybe people have like an all machine that can do radio and music, that can do TV, movies, and maybe other things. I'm like, yeah, it's called a phone.
Yeah, I'm still waiting
We have
for the hoverboard, so I haven't seen that one yet.
I mean, hoverboard 6. The
No.
prototype out.
It doesn't fly off. Is it
Yes,
hover
there's a
off the
prototype
ground?
for it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
As
a
long as it
prototype.
hovers off the ground, and it's not that
I think
BS,
there was
that
a Kickstarter
nonsense
for
that
it
they
as
try
well
to.
that a couple of years back,
Okay.
but it was like they were like, yeah, it's gonna cost like 10,000. Like
I don't care how much it costs, I will buy it.
I got I got a
Uh,
hoverboard.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
He's
If it's-
using it right now. He's hovering on that chair.
I'm still waiting for my hovercraft conversion kit for my car. Damn it! So many
Welcome back,
things
Jaden.
I still
Sorry.
need.
Yeah, no worries. Oh man.
Oh, JD's still here. I totally
I
forgot.
thought, man, I put shout out to JD, and then JD Rock said, "Hey, get your butt back on the panel." JD got back on the panel, so thank you, JD.
Yeah, I think your connection might have dropped for a bit there, so it was like, oh, we lost him. I'm gonna take him off screen, and then
That's what happens when you're, you're at
Actually, I
game.
can't, I
Yeah.
can't tell a lie.
Nonsense.
I actually hit a button and booted him out.
Yeah, Ray got tired of me. He's
typical
like,
typical
that's
Xbox
bad.
people treating us Sony players.
No,
like that.
no, no,
yeah,
no,
he's
no.
like, get this Sony pony out of
I'm
here.
not
We already
lying.
got one
I'm
with
not
Bet.
lying.
Let's get this
I
pony
love-
out of here.
I love.
He said we got to
I
get
love-
put this pony out to the
I
pasture.
have peace and love, nothing but peace and love throughout gaming.
Oh man.
So let's see, what else do we want to talk about? I think I feel we've exhausted the CMA thing by now.
I just pre-ordered a Crash Team Rumble game, so there's
I'm
that.
very excited, guys. Don't forget to pre-order Star Wars. Pre-order it, get it loaded. Star
Man.
Wars, folks.
I gotta
Not
play
doing
this
it.
first.
I will pass on that. I'm gonna respectfully decline on that game because I don't care for puzzle games, but I will be buying the new Star Trek game on next month when it comes out.
Hey, don't forget to pre-order Street Fighter 6. That
I already that'll be
I put
another
my
one.
Pre-orders
Redfall
Street Fighter
next
6.
Tuesday. Redfall running at 120
Yeah.
frames per second.
Redfall's out soon, yeah.
I don't want
Yeah,
that. If it's not 30 FPS or less, I can't play it. Come on now.
And don't forget to hit that like and subscribe.
Yes, yes.
Order Zelda coming out soon. Tears
I
of
need
the
more.
Kingdom
I need more Crash
next
games.
month.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. More Crash games.
I mean, seriously, that should
And a
not
movie
even be a question at
voiced
this
by
point.
Chris Pratt.
I mean, honestly,
Yes.
I wouldn't be against it. I think it could be good.
It would
I agree.
fit Crash because he's like so wacky.
Yeah.
I would agree. I agree.
Make it happen,
But-
Tony.
But he has to make like the most awkward Australian accent possible.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, but I did see, by the way, that the Mario movie has now made over 800 million, and it's not even out in Japan yet.
Ooh.
Wow.
I'm gonna watch that on Saturday. Actually, I bought the tickets already.
Yeah, enjoy it. It's
My family enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Peaches, peaches.
surprisingly
I love it,
good. Yeah,
love
that
it.
song is Jack Black is.
Love it.
Yeah, no, great movie. Like surprisingly great, but so yeah, definitely enjoy it. But yeah, I hope like imagine it's not even out in Japan, which is probably the biggest market for this. How is that possible?
Ching ching. I mean, the cash register is going like this
Avatar better
movie's
look
going to
out
like
because Mario's coming for those blue guys.
it's
And it ain't Sonic.
yeah.
Yeah, but Mario is coming for the Blue Man Group in an 8 song. That's a quote you can put on the Nintendo. So, I mean, speaking of which, though, I mean, obviously Crash we've already mentioned. This is something we would see. Any other games you want to see us turn into movies?
Diablo 4.
Yeah. Me too. I love the beta. There's another beta coming out, so looking forward to that.
I haven't played the beta, so I'm gonna play the next one, which is the same day when Tears of Kingdom comes out.
Yeah.
Weird timing, but sure.
Yeah.
I mean, as I said last week when we talked about it, I mean, either they want to be like, we know it's gonna be controversies around this, so let's push it out at the same time as Nintendo's be released, so no one will talk about it, or it's we think we can beat Nintendo, which is probably stupid, and those marketing people should be fired. So I mean, I hope it's the second one for their sake, but like if it's
You
the
could
first
do
one,
both. Play Diablo 4 on PC with Tears of Kingdom on Switch.
yeah. Phoenix.
Hey.
Same time.
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing, man?
she's the one that dropped the news on me. So
So
What
I
news?
did- So
Oh my God, Rob.
whoa,
Oh God, it's the Hulk.
the Hulk.
No,
The Hulk.
I'm repping for Xbox.
Oh, you'd have done a better job with Marvel.
Yeah, I can do it too.
Yeah,
It's
so
not
what I did-
PlayStation.
So what I did was I saw the news, I just posted it in Ray's Discord and left, and then I went back like 5
Well-
hours later, and they were still talking about it.
Good.
Well, that's
played.
longer than anybody talks in my Discord. I wouldn't get too upset.
Hey, I was
Nope.
we had a
Nobody
good chat
talks
there.
in mine, but that's because I don't have one.
You guys have a Discord?
What's Discord? I don't even have that application. What's a Discord?
I mean, people are still talking about it. You
Y'all
see the
use MSN?
tweets going back and forth.
What's
People
a
still
tweet?
going to talk to it. Yeah, I know. People still going to be talking about it because, I mean, this is huge. This is really huge. I honestly thought, wow, GFN and Boosteroid and Nintendo and this is going to go through. And then Miss
I like
Phoenix-
that you thought it was going to go through. Like, I mean,
I did.
that's the funny
I did.
part.
I did.
Rob,
I did.
you look like a parody version of Teletubbies where you're the stunt. Like it's gone wrong.
Hang on. Let's do this.
Hold on. I can't take this seriously anymore.
I'm trying. I'm
It
stuck.
happened. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's got you on the big
happening.
screen. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, of course I do. So yeah, I mean, Phoenix, what have you been playing by the way, over this last week?
Dead Island 2. So Dead
Yeah,
Island 2 most of the time, and yesterday I downloaded Speedstorm. So I've been giving that a go. So it's quite a lot of fun actually. Although
So-
I am
I like
finding
him.
I'm finding it a bit easy. So I'm a bit worried about that. But
Vet's
it's
offended
alright.
by that comment, I guess.
Easy. I came in first. Well, I guess when I played real people, I came in dead last. So I just stick to playing against the computer, and then I can feel better about myself that I can, win.
Well, if it makes you feel better, people online are like maxed out at like their levels.
Well, that's
Actually, I
just-
found out in rank mode everyone's equal, but in
Yeah, they said
unranked-
that was a setup because I was told in the one that makes everybody the same skill level that I'm still not as good as everyone. So somehow they need to dumb it down even more to my level.
Yeah, I can't remember which one of them was. It scales up. I think rank scales up actually.
Yeah, they don't have a vet skill. Like they need that skill level, and then I could be maybe get in like 7th place instead of dead last. It's like Mario Kart all over again.
Yeah.
Vet,
I'm sorry, I
I've
can't
ju- I've
take
just
this show
seen
serious
that
anymore.
It's for like It's for people aged 3 and above.
That's a lie. There's no. I want to know what because if it's all 3-year-olds and I'm sitting here struggling with this game, I need to rethink my life choices.
Age 4 will run laps around you.
I already know that because my 5-year-old laughs at me when I play that game, and he's trying to. Here, Dad, let me show you how it's done.
I need to set parental controls on your account, Vet.
It's not fair.
The lower thirds are broken again? What's happening with it?
What happened?
The lower thirds thing is just don't want to play.
It's probably when Rokk was all green. Oh, look, Ray. There's some NFL news.
Yeah, I know. There's
from our good friend out of Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh, some more news?
Oh, no, not gaming, sports news.
Okay.
As Meg says, the sports ball, and that's when everyone leaves.
So yeah, so that's how we after the show then with sports. But Rokk, what have you been playing, by the way?
Well, I've largely been playing Resident Evil 4 this week. I've nearly finished it. I'm on about chapter 12, I think, and loving that. I've also been playing the Rose DLC from the Village, Resident Evil Village. I'm having a real Resident Evil moment at the moment. And I've still got Resident Evil 2 on the go as well, on Lumos.
Everybody with their, violent Resident Evil games.
Yeah, Dead Island 2, I've got that on the boil. And then I finish it all off with Animal Crossing.
Ray's like, who is this guy? Who is this vet?
After you go on a murdering spree, you tend your farm.
I do. I sell my parsnips.
Water your plants with the blood of your enemies.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
Sorts of spuds out.
Dude,
I do.
He ran over a dog
I agree.
with a horse and wagon in Red Dead Redemption 2. That
On purpose.
No, I didn't. It jumped out of nowhere. I swear to God. Why the knife went into the animal repeatedly? I don't understand. I don't know what happened. The button on the controller was stuck. It was the PlayStation thing. I don't know.
Yeah, so there you have it, people. PlayStation makes people violent.
Actually, just video.
Xbox.
Vet makes. Well, no. The government made me do it. I swear to God, it was the government made me do it. Microsoft told me if I didn't do it, they would shut down Windows on me. They said they'd get rid of the blue screen of death for me.
Since we jumped in right in the middle of the discussion, we haven't gone through that. So what do you, JD? What's been played over your house? If you're there, I think you're muted.
Who?
JD.
JD doesn't play video games.
So then,
I think JD's sniffing the Steam Deck.
He heard he's like, I kind of want to try this now.
Oh, actually, this is real. This is old news. You probably know by now, but in case you didn't, the Switch cartridges, they have like a purposely awful taste if you lick the cartridges.
Yes. No.
Yeah, I tried to get my kid to do that, and he refused.
I licked all my cartridges when the Switch was new.
Yeah. I did too.
Yeah.
Great, try it on stream. Taste it. Let me.
The cartridges. You sniff the fans. What else? What's next?
Well, I mean, the Switch cartridge.
They
was
told
like
you to, though.
5 calories each, so I'm okay.
No,
there.
they told you not to.
No, they said to try. What? Oh, I misread that. Whoops.
Yes, you did.
Oh man.
That's why Nintendo doesn't like me.
Apart from licking cartridges and sniffing fans, what do
Like,
you do?
it's already doing it.
no, man.
Please
Yeah,
tell me what it tastes like.
What's it? Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's.
We need to
very
play
I
Like,
shouldn't.
what's
I
sour
don't
and
think I
bitter.
should have tried Splatoon.
Okay, Ray, talk us through
I heard
this.
Mario tastes like peaches.
Oh
Ray,
God, no!
Ray, talk us through what's happening in your mouth right now.
Talk us through it.
He's gone. Why do you think I'm off the webcam? I'm sniffing Steam Decks and licking cartridges over here.
Oh my god.
So this is why Jim is never on camera. It all makes sense now.
This is what happens when everything's illegal in the UK.
Yeah.
Well, no one said to eat the cartridge, Rudix.
No.
I mean, that's taking it a whole nother level.
Yeah,
Gosh.
don't eat them, but
I buy them used just to.
Extra
Oh, no.
seasoning.
Oh my god.
Mm.
JD's quiet. I forgot JD was still here.
Yeah, look, I'm at work, so I'm just like, that's why I'm on voice, so I'm just popping in and
Okay.
out. So
All right.
cheers for doing it, by the way, from work then. Hi, JD's work, if you.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has that shit on mute because of me. He's like, government knows about vet. We can't have that again.
facts.
What? But when you're working, you're playing. What just happened?
Hold on.
We broke that. I mean, I wonder if it would be a good idea to, like, okay, so would you buy a set of like, you know, like
Okay, I can't have the camera on right
based
now.
on games?
Say that again.
So, would you buy like Wunderbaums, but flavor that are centered around different games, like an Overcooked Wunderbaum or a Mario one?
What about a Resident Evil one?
Yeah,
I feel like that would be a good scent or taste.
The smell of rotting flesh. Lovely.
Oh my god.
exactly.
I mean, hey, somebody might
Burn-
buy it.
That smells
Yeah,
like
like-
Weatherspoons.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so Bjorn, they actually do like candles of like Disney rides. I've seen them
So
online.
scented
so you could
candles,
kind
but
of
based
do,
on video
like-
games.
I do
Yeah.
have 3 Crash Bandicoot scented candles
What do they smell
of
like?
the Crash Life TNT and Nitro box.
What do they smell like?
So the TNT one is my favorite. It smells like pomegranate.
Why?
I don't know why. The Nitro one smells like clementine, and then the Crash Life box smells like ginger and white lily. Is what it says
Yeah.
in description.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't see that as
Very
Crash
fancy.
flavors. I mean,
see more
probably
like
I can understand because of all the
Grass,
fruits, but
dirt, and food. That's about all I got. Maybe
Grass,
yeah,
dirt,
yeah.
and food. What was that? Your dinner?
No, that's what's for dinner tonight.
it's all you can find over to Minnesota.
Well, you know.
Right. Oh, what did you do now, Rock?
Oh, he's a.
Oh no,
He's
what's happened?
thinking. He's thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Right.
he's thinking about peace, world peace. He's thinking about world peace.
World peace.
No.
I've solved it. I've solved it.
Yeah, solved it. It's game smell. Right. So, but yeah, I mean, I think we've done this one of those weird things where we've exhausted all the news I had gathered up, and I was like, I've bought too many news. So what should we do now? Should we play something?
I was just gonna go get some food, but I mean that's cool.
Yeah, I was gonna go to Krispy Kreme's and get me some donuts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm about to eat, man. I haven't ate yet.
I got burger and steaks I can grill.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's also good, also an option. Let's wrap this.
I don't have much to
wrap
talk
this up.
about gaming wise. I didn't game at all when I was out of town. I was off the grid from Thursday until last night, or for that podcast, and making memes about Xbox. Otherwise, I pretty much turned all my devices off and avoided all contact with gaming. I was not on Twitter, any of the other social medias. I wasn't on Discord. Wasn't on YouTube. I just sat outside in the mountain air and enjoyed the silence.
Whereabouts are you at the moment, Vet? Georgia.
No, I'm in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
The part of the state, it's basically Canada's pants, essentially. So yeah, we're
imagine the smell.
you see, right?
Imagine
I was
the
gonna go
smell.
further, but I may regret. I was gonna be like, no, that
Canada's
might get this whole show canceled
Canada's
along
pant.
with me.
Oh,
What does that mean? Canada's pants. What does that? What
Yeah.
That's for another show. We'll discuss that on a different show.
Yeah,
What
we
would
make
Oh
that show.
my god.
Mexico be then? Canada's shoes?
oh my goodness.
Right. But before we round it out, Rokk, why don't you tell everyone what's on the ROKKSHOW giveaway agenda for now?
Well, funny you should mention this, Bjorn. Actually, I made a massive gaffe today, a huge gaffe. I put out a newsletter, a tweet, and I created a thumbnail all around The Last of Us Part 2 on PC, given away tomorrow. And then Dorrigan, bless him, messaged me and said, "You do realise it's The Last of Us Part 1, Part 2 isn't on PC." Oh, bugger. So I had to send the newsletter again and delete the tweet and recreate
You know,
the
you
thumbnail
said
and
that on
everything.
the show
I
on
know,
the show, and I
I
wanted
know.
to.
Rudy,
I said
that
too
was
late.
terrible.
He already said it. He already said it.
Oh, mate, honestly. So, yeah, anyway, that's being given away tomorrow. And as you can see, also tomorrow is Star Wars Jedi Survivor on any platform. So that won't be given away on the show. That's going to be later. But, yeah, it should be good. Looking forward to it tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a terrible mental image. I agree.
Yeah.
Some good
And
games
then
there,
also,
Rokk. Some good games.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
In the
Definitely.
Rockies.
that's a whole nother problem.
yeah. But if you're into the mood for giveaways, apart from Rokk, our friend ER Gaming is also running some giveaways over Twitter. So head over there to have a chance to win Monster Hunter Rise, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak DLC, GFN Priority 2 months, and yeah, jump in there as well for the spring giveaway. Guys, what have you been up to? What's happening in the next couple of weeks, days, or week? In the next week. Let's start with you.
Do you want to start again on that one? You might be
Yeah.
Who's he starting with?
Vet, what's
Oh,
what's
am I
your
muted?
plan?
No,
for
you've
next
done
week?
him last.
Yeah, I would have did him
No,
last.
I did him first because I figured
Bjorn,
he would be
do him
fast.
last.
Jeez, we'll never hear the last of it.
I mean, it's gonna be
Oh.
moving. That's always.
What do I have?
You're moving.
I think
right?
I have a stream today. Probably something tomorrow, and in between all of that, I'll be packing, and then I move the
I've heard you
27th.
packing, mate.
I'm packing. Yeah, it's yeah, we're definitely packing something. Anyways,
Yeah.
why does everyone want me last? God, it's like kickball all over again. I'm done.
Yeah, good. Then moving on, Jem, what's happening with you? I saw you did some co-op testing for Pixelmancer, right?
Yeah, shout out to Google for giving me free Stadia controllers over the years.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of controllers, man.
So I'm finally putting the use to them. Yeah, so yeah, I'm working on multiplayer, local multiplayer on my game. It wasn't even planned. I'm just like really bored. I was like, I want to add multiplayer, so I'm gonna do it. And then as I was adding it, I was like, you know what? I don't even know if this is gonna work. I need 4 bloody controllers. so I just went and got the Stadia controllers. I had to charge them and everything. But yeah, it's going good so far. So eventually, we'll have 4 players on Pixelmancer.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I mean, yeah, Pixelmancer out on Steam. Go get it. Then JD, what's happening with you over the next couple of days?
So for the next couple of days, I just actually got back from Las Vegas seeing the Ryan Garcia fight.
Nice.
And yeah, And so also check out my channel with my wife. Me and my wife went to IGN. They did a pop-up event in Atlanta. So that's over there at JD and Kita on YouTube. But other than that, you can catch me JD3MXP on Twitter. I'm keeping up to date there. Just got a lot of moving pieces, but just playing some games, playing some Horizon, Burning Shores right now. Excited for Street Fighter 6 to drop, and yeah, man.
Yeah. Ray, what's
I grew up watching Jerry Springer. It broke my heart to see that he passed away. So shout out to Jerry Springer.
Do you know what, Ray? That's always like a sick day. When I was off sick from school, it was always Jerry.
Same
That's
here.
exactly what I
Same
thought.
here. I used to just I would roll on the floor and just cry in laughter on some of the. I'm like, how does this happen? But yeah, funny show. I'm really gonna miss them. Saturday night I do CGTV Wreckfest. I play Wreckfest with some of my mates, and we 10 p.m. Pacific time. Look for some Dead Island 2, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, some evil. I don't know why I've been playing these zombie horror games, but they're just coming my way. So look for that in the
What happens
future. And
when
then
you hang around
also,
that?
yes, and also ROKKSHOW every week. Make sure you check out Rokk. He's always got something going on. And on Tuesdays, it's William, myself, Rokk, and David. We do the ROKKSHOW. Now we got guests coming on in the future and stuff. So looking forward to that. Peace. And it's been great. Chat's been great. And guys, nothing wrong with debating. Remember, it's just debating. We're all friends and all love. Keep the peace on Twitter. It's just gaming, folks, and that's all I wanted to say.
Word. Hard to follow that, Phoenix, but you do your best. What's your plan?
Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2, so I'll be streaming tomorrow either about 3 o'clock UK time or later about 8. Haven't decided yet, depends how work goes. And probably streaming again on Sunday, maybe Saturday. I'm not really sure. Just depends on the weather, because if it's nice, I really want to go out and do fun things and not be a little hermit, because that's exactly what I've done for the last 3 weeks. I haven't really seen anyone.
No shame in being a hermit, but yeah, I get what you mean.
Yes,
I mean, especially over there in England, you don't get that much sunlight, so.
Today's been awful. It's rained all day. It's been just miserable.
Yeah. Awesome. And then Rokk, what's your plan for this week?
Yeah, well, firstly, thank you, Ray, for a really lovely shout out there. Thank you, my friend. Tomorrow, Rock Around the Clock, I'll be giving away The Last of Us Part 1 on PC. Then I'm hoping, I've still got to organise this, but I don't think I'm talking out of shop. I'm hoping on Saturday to do a joint stream with Crystal. And we're hopefully going to be doing some Disney Dreamlight together. She's going to be teaching me some tips and tricks. And so that we'll look forward to that sometime on Saturday. And then, of course, back next week for the whole Rock Around the Clock. The carnival begins. And we start a new month as well, of course, into May.
Yeah.
Let's not forget William as well, by the way, SPG, who I sadly missed. I was hoping to jump in and say hello, but he obviously had to bail. So I'm not sure, Ray, is William planning on doing any streaming at all?
I'm trying to talk to him before he, once again, please keep your prayers. He's got a couple of surgeries coming up in the future on his back, so keep William in your prayers. And, I'm trying to talk to him like, hey, man, before you go, jump in some of these shows before you go. But he's taking kind of like a break. But I'm trying to get him to hop on, so you'll see him. You'll see him.
Yeah, bless him.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. As myself, I'm actually gonna go on another show next week, but it's gonna be a Swedish show. The Matthias, who was here with us last week, he has a show in Swedish called Gaming for 40 with his co-workers. It's part of the marketing team over at the Spelbutik, which is an online retail store, and they have a podcast. And we're gonna get to go on there and talk cloud gaming with them, because they haven't really had a cloud focused episode in pretty much at all, except maybe some covering it a little bit when Zeta died. So yeah, I'm gonna go on there and talk loud, and that's gonna be a lot of fun. Other than that, I'm just chopping away at some videos at a slow pace. Really weird mix of it, like a physical board game review, and then planning a stream of Dead Island 2, just like everyone else. So yeah,
and happy birthday for this week as well.
I was just getting ready. I didn't want to cut him off, but I was going to say
sorry,
happy
Ray.
belated birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Something I might do birthday related. I might get some friends together.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
is that a ticket for? Is that a ticket for that that Swiss suicide place?
No.
Davitas, whatever it's called. Is that what that is?
No, that's it's basically a board game version of an escape room, and this one is centered around the Lord of the Rings. So it's like a play once and throw away, basically. But you try to solve mysteries together as fast as possible with your friends, and like look through the clues and try to figure out, just like a room escape. But you do it around the couch.
Is there a dog with that as well that's you were allowed to bring? I just heard solve mysteries with friends. I thought we were talking about something else. I was waiting for like
Scooby-Doo?
No,
No,
this is Lord of the Rings based. So yeah, it's basically a board game version of a room escape. So we played one before. It's really fun.
You've sold it brilliantly, mate. I'm going to go out and buy myself a copy now as well.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I mean, there's a bunch of them, and it costs about the same as one ticket to RuneScape. So if you want to do it on your couch,
you also got a huge bottle of whiskey as well, didn't you? I think.
Yes, it was a really smooth one as well. I had a glass before the show.
Nice. I love whiskey.
Yeah, me too. So yeah, I have. It's great timing because I had almost finished the last bottle we had. So great timing. So yeah, and then I actually treated myself to buying Humankind on which I haven't owned since they did State
You
Close.
bought us?
Bought myself.
Oh
Humankind.
no, I mean you bought all of us.
Yeah. You're all mine now.
It's very kind of you.
Wow.
Yes. Bjorn, you are God. How cool is that?
Yeah.
So how old were you? How old were you?
I turned 31.
Wow.
Just a
baby.
baby.
You're
Damn,
a baby.
when
God, I feel so
we're
old.
nearly the
Actually,
same age.
Ah.
Yeah.
I remember when I was 31.
No, you don't.
I know.
Mike doesn't even remember yesterday.
I wish
so.
I did, but the whiskey says otherwise.
So yeah,
Oh,
turned 31 yesterday. So doesn't feel anything special compared to 30, to be honest. It's just one more year.
I genuinely don't remember 31, mate. So I have.
I wish I did.
Talking about. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks guys, and I think with that, shall we roll the outro maybe? I don't think we have much more to cover.
Let's do it.
Aye.
Take care, everybody. Thank you, chat. Awesome.
Bye, chat. Chat's been amazing.
Yeah.
PlayStation rules.
Fire. Thank you everyone. Bye.
Ponies. We got ponies on the panel. Ponies.